Greetings, Patrick here, and welcome to Dollar Theater. Dollar Theater is an ongoing series starred by good friend Hobbs Horror, and this is where we watch and review movies that we have gotten for $1.25 or less. So today's movie is going to go back to my good buddy Catfish, and we're going to go back to the martial arts realm. 1979's Phantom Kung Fu came out on a multi-pack from Mill Creek. Um, Phantom Kung Fu. Wow. I gotta tell you, this was a different one. This is pretty damn different. I haven't seen anything quite like this since the 18 Bronzemen that I reviewed a while ago. But I really like this one. I would have to say this is probably truly my first kung fu horror movie because there's a lot of elements of horror in here, supernatural. Um, it's pretty awesome. Well, the plot initially comes out. It comes out like where the Ching and the Ming are fighting each other to restore the other to the throne, and so the Ching are in power, and the Ming want to overthrow them. And of course, they're chasing a mandate. They're chasing some paperwork. I think I had the same plot the last kung fu movie that we reviewed. They're chasing the documents. Well, unfortunately, they sent out this guy. His name is Chataru. Chataru. Um, he's a pretty badass. Even though his voice for the dub voice for the movie, and he's got the world's worst mustache. Good lord! If when you first see him and hear him talk, you don't take him seriously. It's so bad. But then you see him his fighting style, and all of a sudden it's not so fun anymore. Chataru has mastered and he's got the glow. Um, Actually, he's got the what they call the palm of death, not the Buddha palm of death, just the palm of death, and basically allows his hands to heat up, like I said, like to glow a little bit. And he when he hits you, he's hitting you with a lot of heat, and he's a great fighter. And he gets in a fight with a young man named Pi, and he kills him. Well, he thinks he kills him outright, but Pi escapes, and he goes to where the rebel Mings are at, and his dad's at, and he says that Chataru has killed him, and so they're trying to gather reinforcements to help do their part in overthrowing the Ching, but they're rather small. They're under gunned is what they are. They don't have enough men, and Chataru is a really good fighter, and they don't really want to go. They don't have anybody to go head to head with him. So they continue to, but they do have a plan, and they enact the plan when when Pi is dying. He whispers to his dad his plan, and sure enough, we start seeing the plan. And when Chataru is in his house, he looks up and he sees Pi all over again, the man he just killed, but now he's seen him. And so he's like, well, wait a minute, I just killed that guy. Did he? Uh, so, uh, so while he's trying to find the mandate, the paperwork, he's now he's starting to doubt his sanity a little bit. He's starting to see this Pi guy, and then when he does catch up with him, he kills him again. But when he's back at his house, who pops up and says hello? Pi. And so now Chataru is just like, wait a minute, this is way too crazy. There's a subplot about two brothers where one wants to throw in with Chataru and the other one doesn't want any part of it. He just wants to stay out of it with him and his wife. Unfortunately, that doesn't work out too well for any of them, the would-be traitor or his brother and his wife, especially because they find out that the one brother and his wife are part of the Ming rebel group. So Chataru kills them all, and well, she kills the two brothers, and the wife commits, she kills herself. Um, so there's a subplot there, and another one where it was sort of weird. The pacing of this movie is a little strange because it sort of doesn't really know what to do. Is it going to be a straight out drama horror, or they throw in some really twisted humor into this, and it's sort of unsettling a little bit. There's another guy and his older brother who's obviously mentally challenged. They're called the Five Dragons. It's just the two of them, and they're not very good fighters. And the older brother is always, he's always running his mouth, and running his mouth more than he should, and he does it around Chatteroo, and ends up getting his brother, the one that's mentally challenged, he ends up getting him killed, and so it was really strange. I was like, you don't know because the character is so goofy, and the way they were engaging each other, you didn't think that was going to happen. You didn't think you thought, okay, it's just they're comic relief, but it turns serious when Chatteroo does kill the mentally challenged brother. Um, so they're back at it again. He's starting to see Chatteroo's starting to see Pi everywhere, and then he hears that Pi actually knows spiritual kung fu, which allows him to come back from the dead. He knows his martial arts he's allowed him to come back. But when Chatteroo kills Pi again for the third time, um, well, they have to come up with a plan to stop him once and for all. The ruse of them, they're trying to get Chatteroo to go crazy, and that's what they basically are trying to do. They're trying to stop him because they can't do it face to face. So they're using other ways to do it. And the final fight in this is really, like I said, I've never seen anything like this in a Chinese kung fu movie. It was inventive, innovative, and quite different. And I enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty badass. Uh, good fighter. I just wish, like I said, I just wish he could have went back and said, "Well, just tweak it a little bit, like get rid of that stupid mustache, and maybe get a little bit better of a dub voice for it because he sort of sounds like he looks like something you expect to see from the Pink Panther, the Inspector, and then his voice is sort of a little bit reminding me of Don Adams from the old Get Smart series, so." This film did come out in 1979, so it is a little older. But obviously, if it's sitting here on Mill Creek, it means it's probably most likely public domain. The print was okay. It was okay. It wasn't really special, but it wasn't badly. It was better than expected. A lot of times these Mill Creek movies, they rip them and off of one copy, and they don't attempt to clean it up at all. There was a couple of glitches here, but not too bad. But yeah, this was a fun one. This was a fun one. I enjoyed this one, and the actor who played Chatteroo, someone I had never seen before. His name is Chang Yi, and he was really badass. I gotta give it to him. His fighting style was unique, and giving him the glow, so to speak, the palm of death was a good idea. All right, that is it for this edition of Dollar Theater. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you liked what you heard. Hit the bell. Hit the bell when that lets you know whenever I do this. And drop a comment down below. Let's talk a little martial arts. Let me know what you're watching. Let me know some of your favorite actors. I do know that Mr. Dan in horror. I know that he does martial arts Mondays. I'm going to put his link down there. I'm going to put a link down there so you guys can check that out. He definitely knows more about martial arts than I do, but I still love watching him. All right. That's it for us. We'll see you next Monday. Thanks for watching, and peace.